If you can't see it, maybe you move to one of these closer chairs and you can see it. Or you walk up here, take your snapshot, and go back. You know? It's up to you how you want to handle it. This stuff is in my brain, so I don't really have to do a snapshot for me. Oh, you don't have to be shy. I'm happy to see you take a picture. Can you see it? All right. So, if you don't have it, you can get it from this guy. I hope everybody knows his name. All right. So we've got the idea. We've got to cut this thing into pieces and send it based on the length. And fortunately, both sides know the length. That's why we had to call the stack to find out the length. So, let's do client side. Okay? Client side. We're going to start. And this is we input the file name and the file size. Okay, we got those already. So what do? The first thing we have to do is find out how many pieces to send. So, besides these inputs of file name and size, we're also going to need to have buff size. Okay, so we really need three things. Now, the client and the server have to use the same buffer size, or it's not going to work. Because when you send, you have to wait for him to say, okay. Then you send another one. He says, okay. You send another one. He says, okay. Like that. Okay? If you wanted to read about it, this is similar, not the same, but similar to the X modem concept. X modem was used in the 1970s and 80s to transfer files on a slow telephone link. So, what do? The first thing we do is we say number of pieces equals size divided by buff size, and then remainder bytes is size modulo buff size. And this has to be integer divide, okay? Not a floating point divide. It needs to be an integer divide. If you don't have an integer divide in your language, then you do the regular divide and you have to do a floor. Okay? So that you get the integer part. Great. So we've got that stuff. We've got those two pieces of information. That's good news. So we're going to send number of pieces, whole pieces, and then we might have one more piece if remainder bytes is greater than 0. So let's drop in here. Piece no equals 1. Is the piece number greater than number of pieces? Right? That's our first question. Because we might have 0, and then, like you send 1 byte file, there'll be 0 number of pieces and 1 remainder byte. You know, if you send a 1 byte file and your buffer size is bigger than 1. This could be 0. So, we start out with piece number 1. If 1 is bigger than 0, we've got true and false. So, let's put true over here, let's put false over here. False means we need to send the packet, or the piece. So, what do? Read file size bytes. Into something. Into buff. Okay? Then, after that, we send buff. To server. Now we have to get the response. The response should be okay. And we hope the answer is yes. If the answer is yes, then we're going to change piece no. And we're going to go back up here. And that will loop. If the response is not okay, we got to do something. Okay, I don't know what yet, but we got to do something if the response is not okay. Since it's a stream socket, there shouldn't be any error. The only way we could get a not okay is hard to determine. So, after we get through here, then we're going to go and we're going to jump over up to here. And we're going to say remainder bytes greater than 0. And there's two choices. There's yes and there's no. Okay? Maybe I should use true and false. This is true and false. There we go. Okay, so if the remainder bytes is greater than 0, then you need to read file remainder bytes into buff, send buff to server, get response. Hope it's okay. Then, what do we do next? If the response is not okay, like I said, that's some kind of error problem we haven't solved yet. Either way, we're going to get up to here, and then this is going to go over here, and we have to wait for one more response. Get final response. Okay, and this is we know. We return true and we return false. If they send back bad, maybe disk full, permission denied, who knows? You can still get something bad, so we can return false. Now over here, what are we going to do? For now, we're going to return false. Maybe we could do better, but that's what we're going to do for the short run, is return false. Now, let's look at this client code and see how it's going. It seems okay. We forgot a few small things, We need to open the file. And down here, we probably need to close the file before we wait for the final response. Okay, and it's open file for binary input. Okay. Now, is that everything? On the server side would be something similar. I don't have enough whiteboard to draw the server one. So, what can we do now? Let's code the client in Python. We know how to do these reads and writes. We know how to do the send, and we know how to do the receive. We've seen all that in the other code. So, we have our new algorithm expressed in a flowchart. Now it's time to take another picture of the flowchart. Yeah, picture guy. You might have to back up a little bit to get it all. I'm not sure. Let me get out of the picture. You want it to look